Okay, this is Kingsley Obudiri, and I'm really perplexed, and I'm doing this broadcast because I am so upset at the current situation with Nigerian basketball. I'm perplexed. The idea that the federal government just banned, both the men and women from international competition for the next 2 years is ridiculous. I understand why they did it. Okay, Nigerian basketball has been in disarray for the last 5 years plus. How is it that you can have two presidents every time you do an election? One person claims I'm the president on this side, one person claims I'm the president on this side. In the meanwhile, you stranglehold the whole basketball and the whole country. This is what the problem is. This is what's leading to this ban. We try to get you guys to work things out to no avail. Do you know who suffers in this midst of this nonsense? The players that have been training for years and years and years. Blood, sweat, and tears. That's what's going on. I am so sick of this. I am sick to the highest level. I know that I suffered when I played for this national team. See this? I wear it proudly. I wear this proudly. But I refuse to let you guys destroy basketball in Nigeria. It's ridiculous. Why? These players have been suffering. It didn't start yesterday, it didn't start today. For years. When I played on the national team, a whole national team, you have us on standby tickets. You know what happened? Yeah, we were stranded. Standby tickets for a national team. I slept on conveyor belts at the airport. Conveyor belt. Because of course you didn't have room for hotels. No preparation whatsoever. We stuck in the airport for like 20 hours. Oh, and I'm going to play a little sound clip for you. I'm disgusted with the ministry. I'm disgusted with the administration. I'm disgusted with everybody involved in Nigerian basketball. Yes, I am disgusted. I'm going to play a little clip for you that the ministry explaining their ban. Yeah, explaining their ban of Nigerian basketball. It's ridiculous. And when I tell you that it's ridiculous, it's really ridiculous. Not ridiculous that they banned us. It's ridiculous that you guys can't get your shit together. The players have been suffering. These guys have been training. Do you know what it takes to put your body through that preparation? This is the world championship. It's not a tournament in your backyard. The whole world is invited to this, is watching. It's not bad enough that our women, our championship women team, champions of Africa, we're disrespected, just disrespected wholly. Non-payment, issues, traveling, this and that. Why? You guys want to complain about homeborn players and foreign-born players and all this stupid-ass nonsense. You don't even have a freaking league. No league for 5 years. 5 years. Where are you going to get those players from? Do you think every player that's coming from the States to come play for Nigeria is just coming to play for money? How much did you guys pay me? Nothing. We got scraps and change. We did it for the love of the country. How dare the minister talk about these players demanding money? Yeah, oh, no shit. If you get flown on standby ticket, you leaving your summer, your job that's supposed to be paying you real money or preparation to try to make it to the NBA, and you get a nonsense handed to you. Yeah, you're supposed to demand payment. At least demand a little bit of respect. Are they wrong? What is going on here? This is Nigeria. You boast of being, the biggest, baddest country in Africa. You can't even supply a basketball team and treat them accordingly. That's what we got to spend all day and every day talking about. It's not like they're not winning. Your women has won how many championships for you? The men qualified for the world championship. They were the only team to represent Africa, men and women, all of Africa, men and women. Never been done. What thanks do we get for it? Nonsense. I am so hot right now. Damn it. We need to change and do better. This is ridiculous. How can Nigeria be this inept? Listen to this nonsense that they're talking about. And I'm sure the players are going to be blamed for not coming to represent the country because you can't provide them adequate, with not only the facilities, the right accommodations, a little bit of money just to ease your. Don't you think we have bills? Who pays our bills? While the administrators are so busy collecting millions and millions of dollars, you can't scrape, a little bit of money for the players for training, for proper training. Ridiculous. Listen to this nonsense, from the ministry and all of that stuff, because the administrators are having issues, because they want to fight over stealing more money. You guys are going to ban the players that's been working for years and years and years to prepare for these tournaments. Listen to this nonsense before I carry on, because I'm losing my cool. I am losing my cool. I tell you that. I am not a happy camper. Not a happy camper at all. That you continue to abuse your players. Under what? Under what pretense? For basketball? That's what you're doing it for? Get the hell out of here with that nonsense. Just listen to this nonsense these people are talking about and tell me how you feel about it.
Nigeria for basketball, international basketball for the period of 2 years. And now you're saying we want to develop the domestic leagues. How did this crisis really affect the decision or influence the decision of the federal government to, withdraw Nigeria?
Thank you very much. First and foremost, I most appreciate you for creating an opportunity for us to come in here to explain to Nigerians why the decision was taken. For years now, since 2017, there have been leadership crisis in NBBF. And to the best of our ability at the Ministry of Youth and Sports, the Honorable Minister of Youth and Sports called for intervention and tried to resolve issues. Even 7 good times, we called them to resolve these issues, but yet they all went at a loggerheads. This is not only just there. The problem here is that without them working together, there's no way basketball can improve. Mm-hmm. We have suffered a lot of setback due to these leadership problems since 2017. Most of the kids that are supposed to be participating for us do no longer have league. Our league in Nigeria is as good as dead. Sponsors that are supposed to be assisting us other than government intervention are withdrawn. The Zenith intervention, since they've been helping us 12 years ago, they've all stepped aside. Most sponsors do not want to come into sponsorship of basketball any longer. And these factions do not want to resolve issues. And we cannot keep going and doing that because even most of our players that we use at the international level are all outside this country because of there are no home leagues. The talents are there, literally all the streets, playing good basketball. Myself seated there was once a good basketball player. Yeah. Akim Olajuwon was picked from our local league. The present president was also from the local league. But how come the local league does no longer work? These are all the things that we have to look. most of the things that we are getting things out of proportion because of they do not want to cooperate. The sponsors are gone. The foreign-based athletes that we have been using for years have been giving us terms and conditions to participate, and then we have to try as much as possible to meet them. If we do not introduce and develop our local league, we are going to get people for replacement, and that is why we find it very difficult to keep these same sets of people that they are not ready to cooperate, they are not ready to work together as a team, and an issue have to be presented to Mr. President. In fact, let me tell you the truth. We must thank Mr. President Muhammadu Buhari, for this giant step he has taken to resolve this issue and let us concentrate on home athletes. We have talented and abundant athletes on the streets, both in Lagos, Abuja, Kano, Kaduna mentioned. Yet these people are not even being considered in any way, and yet we are just fighting for leadership also.
Okay, so would you say there was any recent occurrence that actually spoiled this decision?
Yes, first and foremost, after the 7th meeting, there was a committee that was set up by the government to look at the problems. And at the end of the day, a decision was reached that this issue should be resolved and that they should get their acts together. Sorry, they went out there, did the election, and they came up with 2 presidents. As we speak, we have 2 presidents in Nigerian Basketball Federation functions. So we do not know what is actually happening. And we have limitations to what we can actually do. They keep threatening us, government intervention, that if we try anything, Nigeria will be banned. Nigeria cannot just not be banned. Nigeria is a sovereign country. These are internal crises, and we cannot just fold our hands to say our country collapsed. So that was one of the major reasons. And some of the individuals that have been fighting all this while, there's about the Constitution.
This issue, it continues and continues and continues, and of course you will see more blame. That was the audio, for that. Let me see if I can get the actual video, because I want you to, see these people that's talking about this and all the nonsense that's that they're really talking about. Let's continue.
Because the Constitution, according to them, is lopsided. And they try to say, okay, let's sit down together, look at this thing, let's resolve this issue. But some fractions do not want to support us. They even go ahead and write to FIBA, tell all sorts of funny stories for FIBA to try to ban us. And I just kept aside to say, how would FIBA ban us when we have not infringed any of their rules and regulations at the international level? So I don't see that it is not just possible for them to ban us.
Well, for God, we've listened to the representative, definitely, and he's spoken and explained extensively the reason for the ban. But what do you think is the adverse effects on basketball here in Nigeria with the ban for 2 years on the country from international competitions? Would you say it's going to, further cause issues or actually alleviate, like he said, improve the leagues here in Nigeria?
Yeah, that's why we think that sports in Nigeria it's a mess, okay, and we say it's going around in circles, okay, and of course, to answer your question directly, it's when 2 elephants fight, it's the grass that suffers. Okay, and of course it's going to affect our international basketball participation. The girls have just qualified for the World Championships, beating France, and they did it inside this crisis that is bringing down the country. All right, and the male team is on the verge of qualifying for the World Championships also. Now, how does banning yourself because you're looking forward to, you're threatened with FIFA ban help you? So you're preempting FIFA, right? That's one. 2, how does banning yourself, or how does the continuation of the international participation in the international arena help you stop you from developing the league? So we have this problem. It's not only in basketball that we have crisis. We had it in athletics, where we had 2 factions and all that, and it affected our Olympic participation. We had a situation in football where we were on the verge of qualifying for the World Cup. We didn't qualify. There was a lot of stuff, crowd violence and all that, which led to even a death, and we didn't ban them. So I'm not taking one side or the other, but I'm saying that there's so much happening, which goes to prove that I think we should ban sports in Nigeria.
Well, I mean, to correct you a bit, during the chaos that happened at the stadium, the death was not as a result of the chaos, actually. It was, CAF came out to actually debunk that. This wasn't.
No, I'm not saying because of the, it happened.
Yes, it happened during that.
It happened.
Yes.
We did not qualify. We're a great football country.
Yes.
We did not
qualify
qualify
for the World Cup.
Now we have a basketball federation that is going to the World Cups and doing well. And instead of
factions.
Yes. So how does take away the factions and let's the basketball players and their coaches and all that go on. So
exactly, for Nelson, well, has there been any time, because we've heard about allegations I know of players saying they will not play or they will not represent Nigeria if this particular person is the one in charge? Was there any time players came out to say, okay, we're not going to play if the minister does not let this man go down, or if he allows this man to continue being the president?
Yeah, thank you very much. Even before I answer that question, first and foremost, I have to make a reflection to what Mr. Godwin Kiyanka just said, that our participation at the World Cup or qualifying at the World Cup does not really affect the ban of our participation outside the country. Now, let me tell you, first and foremost, is that the house is not clean. The house has been in the crisis. And even despite that, we tried as much as possible to ensure that we handle things internally and to ensure that we go ahead to use these athletes and therefore for them to qualify. As I speak to you now, these are some of the informations most people don't know because they are not part of the in-house team. And I think before we go out into the air to give information, we should please try as much as possible to get our information right. Why am I saying this? For them to have qualified, we tried as much as possible to have a one-on-one talk, including the present Honorable Minister. Of course, these athletes refused and gave us terms and conditions for them to participate, for us to play, for us in this country, at that championship. We had to lead that thing. And at the end of the day, we went ahead to organize Final 8 here, which, as I speak to you, currently Africa is having their basketball league, that is Club Championship League. But because of the in-house crisis, a fraction of these same people we are talking about wrote to FIBA that championship was organized by the federal government. That is an interference. And that because of that, they should not allow them to participate. As I speak to you, the young men and women are outside the area. The Royal Hoopers are from Port Harcourt. They won the championship here at the National Stadium. But FIFA wrote and said that they cannot allow them to participate because of government intervention. For every step we take, there's somebody within them there that goes to try and pull us behind. That doesn't speak well for this country. We have to sit down and look at what we can do here back home. Now, coming to your question, that why we did what, sorry?
I said, was there at any point that the players said they were not going to be?
Yes, of course, yes. These are not issues that we just have to discuss. The next time, I think, if anybody come in here, we'll bring the documents. There are documents to this effect. Now, the entire male basketball team, as I told you that they are from outside the country, we rely solely on them because of there is no local league. So we cannot say, okay, if these people are not participating, we can fall back to our local league. We can't pick anybody. They wrote and told us that they are not going to participate under this current leadership. And as such, the female women, over half of them, also wrote a letter, followed suit, and wrote to us. Not only that, the terms and conditions, they'll tell they want to fly in the first class. How much does the government give us to fly in the first class? They'll tell us the amount of money they want to collect. They'll dictate the bonus.
Yeah, we don't want to be in a conveyor belt.
It is not easy. Let us go back home. Concentrate on these young men, the talents we have here.
Yeah, thank you so much, Nelson. We'll have you back on this, or if you we could discuss extensively on this. But can you just a bit? That's it. 20 seconds about, especially about the book.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
The book.
Yeah. What's it about?
Oh yeah, it's actually the fact that.
All right. All right,
This
so
is-
that's
we have
enough
been
of
going-
that.
I mean,
That
if you go
talk
through
there.
the years, we've been going.
And as you can see, we have a tremendous amount of issues, and I wish I can resolve this, myself, but this is going to take everybody, in Nigeria, outside of Nigeria, the whole diaspora, to say we've had enough of this nonsense. You understand? There's got to be a limit. You cannot continue to punish players that are trying to, represent their country. Players have a short lifespan to play this game. If you didn't know that, let me tell you again, your career is only so long. I remember being told 26 that I was getting old at 26. You understand? So these players only have a short amount of time to be able to play. You can't take this away from them. We need to get our act together. My brothers and sisters, I mean, I've had it. I've tried to be reasonable. I try to be understanding. I just don't understand the stupidity on this. It's nonsense. We're fighting over, money. So the players suffer. Over power, the players suffer. Jesus Christ, what is it gonna take? I'm frustrated. If you don't see it by now, I'm frustrated. I am very, very frustrated. And I need everybody's help. Number one, we can't ban, our plays. Let's get rid of the administration. Scrap the whole administration. Both the presidents, get rid of them. Okay, if they cannot compromise, get rid of them. I don't care. I'm telling you now, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Not about one president, second president, third president, fourth president. I don't care. These players have suffered enough. Do you know what it feels like to be on a freaking 18-hour plane ride to Africa? Yeah. Okay, I'm not 6'10", I'm not 7 feet, but some of my brothers and teammates are 7 feet and 6'10". They cannot be cramped up in the economy, in the economy for 18 hours with those long ass legs. Yeah, so they got a right to demand like maybe business class or a first class ticket, so they can stretch out a little bit. They come in and perform a service for you. Is it too much? Get sponsors if you can't afford it. If Nigeria is a poor nation, get sponsors. That's what everybody else does. What kind of shit is this? We can't afford first class tickets. How much does it give us? Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. How much does it give you? The Nigeria is $1 billion oil industry. You may not be able to run your country properly, but God damn it, you need to treat these players better. It's ridiculous. I had enough of this nonsense. Hey, I don't need nothing from you. Nobody. Hey, I've already done my time. I served the country. I played for peanuts. I got my teeth knocked out playing for Nigeria. And thank God for Ayo Bakari. That's why I always love Ayo. No matter what's going on, that man took me in that. I was ready to go home. It happened in Lagos. I caught an elbow, knocked my teeth out, and yeah, I wanted to go home. I wanted to come back to California, get dental work. He took me to his dentist, took care of it, all of that. We need people to make those kind of sacrifices. Not people that's just interested in collecting money. We need people that care about the players. Nobody's perfect, but we need people that care about basketball to represent basketball, not people that's just trying to get money for whatever competition or whatever. I don't care what it is. I did a thing a few months ago that we need to develop our domestic league. I did, yes. I called for it, that we need to develop our domestic league. But I wasn't calling for a ban of the international competition. Are you crazy? Jesus Christ.
Daddy, you just planted a flower.
Son, my son is coming in here. He hears me screaming and yelling, and because you guys have made me upset. I do apologize, son. These Nigerian basketball got me angry. So I'm gonna come deal with you. Let me Daddy finish his podcast, okay? All right, I gotta go. Until next time. But this is it. I'm telling you, look, if you guys don't want to do it, I'll get sponsors. I'll do whatever it takes to get our national team or domestic leagues going. That way we don't have to worry about this. Domestic league shouldn't even be a part of this conversation. We should have the domestic league going anyways. Until next time, this is Real Talk with Kingsley Ogudere. If we can't do this shit right, I swear to God, I'm gonna do it myself. I'll go get sponsors. I need y'all help though. Let's come on, Nigerians. Don't make us look like this. We're a bigger nation than this. I promise you. We're way better than this. Banning us for international competition because of administrative. Rich people that can't get their shit. He said it perfectly. When two elephants fight, the grass get trampled. Well, God damn it, the grass doesn't want to get trampled. These players have worked hard enough that they need to have their say. I'm out. Until next time, hopefully we can get this shit right because I'm annoyed at this point.